This video is to teach you sort of how to study for one of my courses. This is applicable to all of my courses except statistics. Okay, I will make a separate video for that. But this is the course that all the public administration justice people need to take, so I'll use that. But it applies to community corrections, and criminology as well. Okay. So, as you've already seen, the way you're going to find the content for the course is here on the course schedule. Okay. So, I have made a lecture for you. It's in PowerPoint form. So, again, remember, you go to the day of the week or whatever when we're supposed to cover somebody. There's the readings, right? So, you're going to watch the lecture, do the readings. Okay. So, either one of these files, that's the lecture right there. Okay, the title of this lecture is... Sorry about that. I'll go back here. All right, same with PowerPoint. You could do that. I also give you the lecture slides like that. Okay, so I suggest that you watch the lecture and take your own notes. Okay, don't rely on just these slides. They will not be adequate. So just like a regular in-person class, you're going to watch the lecture and take notes. Obviously, in an online class, you can't ask questions, but you could email me. If it becomes very complex, we're going to have to talk on the phone. Okay. The other thing I've begun to do is provide you with the actual lecture notes that I use to narrate the PowerPoints. I try not to read directly from the slides. I do sometimes. I shouldn't say the whole lecture. I definitely don't do it for the whole lecture. But there'll be parts where I want to use something. I've written these, and these are sort of me if I were giving a formal speech. So these read, I hope, a bit like a textbook, although I don't, but you should read these as well as, okay? So I would not use these as just your notes either, because there's something about writing your own notes as you watch the lecture that helps cement the concepts in your mind. It's more active learning, okay? So you want to watch the lecture, write notes on the lecture slides, okay? Read the lecture, okay? And then that's the way you would study for the online test, right? Is you would essentially have done all those things, and then you study for each of those items. I don't really recommend re-watching the lecture unless you find that helpful. I've tried to shorten them up. I've been making new ones. But in general, I would just study your notes that you took while watching the lecture, also the notes you made while reading the book, and I would study those. I explain in the various courses if we have test questions that come from the chapters separate from the lectures. But in general, the majority of questions on the test will come from the lectures, okay? And then in some courses, like 409, I test you on reading, where there will be a small amount of questions that are in the reading, but not in the lectures, okay? So you can read your particular syllabus to see what applies to your course, okay? So that's how you're going to study and take the course, okay? Remember, that's how you study, is you get the content here, watch the lecture, read the lecture, take notes as you watch the lecture, do the readings, study the notes that you took with the book and with watching the lectures. And I personally would study about, look, you can't give a number in hours, right? Because everybody's different. But me, I'm slow, okay? I would study 3 to 4 or 5 hours for one of these tests. Okay, that's the way I need to do it. Some people are just good test takers and don't need to do that. But that's what I would need to do. Okay, that's the end of the video.